ꯑꯁꯦꯡꯕꯅꯦ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯄꯨꯟꯅ ꯚꯦꯛꯁꯤꯟ ꯀꯥꯞꯊꯣꯛꯇꯨꯅ ꯀꯣꯔꯣꯅꯥꯗꯒꯤ ꯉꯥꯛꯊꯣꯛꯇꯨꯅ ꯍꯥꯟꯅꯒꯤ ꯄꯨꯟꯁꯤꯕꯨ ꯍꯟꯖꯟꯅꯕ ꯍꯣꯠꯅꯕꯗ ꯑꯗꯣꯝꯁꯨ ꯁꯔꯨꯛ ꯌꯥꯕꯤꯌꯨ
Tamo, kaya lo sandribo? As karang na sa siya na harago.
Kaya no sibo, kaya siya pinay sibo.
Hima, COVID ki vaccine kapto siya na ngana duphas na haini dudi.
Ay haksang ka sutog de. Ay kapoy. Nate, haksang ka sutog de ba inguni da kapa kay kada no. Ay kapoy hasin.
Tamo, naragdringay din na isa na hanay seksil ho na patro. Kapto po na patabra ba?
Hoyare, section mo na nung kapuro. Ay kapoy.
As kangdre da, kamay nga doon kangdre. Pare, adu de italo kige. Pungo, mama inda kapuge ko, papangalera mo.
COVID-19 लाइसेट असली ngaktoknabagi damak COVID ki vaccine kapna लाइसेट asig mari lenaba laina लाइसेट singdagi ngakthok sabangami masida natana लाइसेट asina sanghandanabagi damak matam matamgi sarkarna pirakpa sana kangon sing aikhoi ngakna satminarasi Cowin apps ta register to piduna adomsu suksoi soidna vaccine asi kapthokpiu COVID ki vaccine kapthokuna COVID laitaba iramdam mu heminarasi
aikhoi vaccine kaplese aikhoi vaccine kaplese aikhoi vaccine kaplese हानि के पंछी साखत कोठा हंजिले सी जाति बिजाति खाई देन कोरोना
First, the headlines. India logs 36,401 new COVID-19 cases, lowest in 149 days. Mad rush for admission, breaking the COVID-related SOP. Balkuno village becomes the first village to be fully vaccinated in Wangkem AC. And Taliban stops import-export from India after takeover. Hello and good evening. Welcome to ELITETV English News. I'm your host HEMABATI giving you the news and updates for the day. Before giving you the news, we request you to follow the SOP given by the government, wear face masks when out in public, wash hands regularly and maintain a minimum of 6 feet between one person and another. ELITETV requests you to get vaccinated in time to protect ourselves from this virus and play a part in the fight against COVID-19. Now the news in detail. India recorded 36,401 new coronavirus cases infections on Wednesday. Kerala continues to have the highest number of cases in the country with 21,427 new cases, whereas Maharashtra had 5,132. Active cases came down to 3.64 lakh. 530 deaths were reported on Wednesday, pushing the total death toll to over 4.33 lakh. Meanwhile, the second wave of COVID-19 has come to an end in Telangana, with the virus situation fully under control in the state at present, a health department official has said. Several people hospitalized have been reported in Imphal East following consumption of poisonous wild mushrooms by poverty stricken families as an alternative to vegetables which they could ill afford during the COVID lockdown. 6 persons from Kairao Bitra Wanglekai, 3 from Irilbung Kabui village and 5 from Bamon Kampu were hospitalized at Jenims last night after having consumed wild mushrooms. According to a victim, they bought the wild mushroom charuyen from a women vendor at Irilbung market, and few minutes after having consumed the mushroom, they started vomiting continuously. The victims included 2 kids. Immediately, they were rushed to Jenims Hospital for medical treatment. Reports said that condition of the victims are now stable and have been discharged from the hospital. Students rushed for their class 11 admissions in the government higher secondary schools amid the pandemic, leading to long queues in front of government higher secondary schools without proper social distancing. It could be mentioned that the public have been facing hardships due to the pandemic, leading to disruption in their daily activities, affecting their finances, thereby targeting on the government institutions for relieving their expenses. The state government has been taking up measures and steps to curb the second wave of pandemic in the state, but the non-maintenance of COVID-related SOP by the students today in pursuit for their admissions has raised many questions as to whether the government will really be able to achieve their objective. The students, when talking to the media persons, expressed the risk of the virus, fearing they might even get infected in pursuance for their admissions.
Tara tadringaydagi tholakpane school da amuk change de mark sheet amuk lawre certificate kai ka do aduga amuk xerox tawre aduga gari budi akhoi gi private ki gari da lae akhoi isa gi gari da
akhoi sida laaga nungai taba hai tare ko akhoi sida lai matam de shopping a pi dawse sim ni nungai je ado marks budi loin upe ado samoi gi school gi mi layam ni da mi du nei khoi sum SOP ko ngak pi de corona matam ni adu kitang nungai jagra khallewa ado jikse passenger gari so ambu chen de adu ekoi isa gi private gari de lak panina wai kitang wa bode ado atai soidok nuai budi laite ado si admission taw se hai so hai taw so loi pulle sida ana pun manina moi je admission gi matang sida ju khangdre ai dum sina pele hai tar yare.
As part of the Jan Ashirwad Yatra that kick-started from August 17, Churachandpur BJP Mandal felicitated Union Minister of State for Education and External Affairs Dr. R.K. Ranjan Singh at Churachandpur today. Mention may be that Dr. R.K. Ranjan was accorded warm welcome by BJP Mandals at different areas all the way up from More, starting from Langthabal Kunja. Preparations were made for this auspicious felicitation event at Churachandpur, where ministers and MLAs felicitated the Union Minister of State and also interacted with local populace of Churachandpur. Second dose vaccination drive program at Thobal Kunau village and Babu Bazar. Kaisham Megachandra, MLA of Wangkem AC, inspected the vaccination program at Thobal Kunau village and Babu Bazar. Kiam Sifai. Thobal Kunau village, which have 825 voters, become the first village to cover up fully vaccinated in the 32 Wangkem Assembly constituency, for which MLA Kaisham Megachandra appreciated the activities of the COVID-19 task force, Thobal Kunau, and the district administration, Thobal. Kaisham Megachandra opined that vaccination is the best way to protect from the COVID-19 and appealed the people to get vaccinated.
World Health Organization WHO COVID-19 si karamain daw protect taw gadabano haibasida akoi vaccination asi one and all mipum kudimak vaccination si tawthokpa taragadi COVID-19 gi awaba masidagi siba amadi naba sina singbo mayam singsi leiroi haina World Health Organization haiki bisi achumbani maramaduna akoi punamakna tongan ba health department gi amadi Manipur sarkar gi amadi central government gi leiba guidelines direction mayam singsi parja mipum kudimong na ilakanda COVID-19 pandemic gi awaba masidagi anaba mayam singsi kokong nguni hani khali maramaduna roibada kendra sida leiba mipum kudimak COVID ki vaccination si akoi kathokpiyo.
Acting on a reliable information regarding movement of suspected suppliers, transporters of DIC liquor from Tairenpokpi towards Kumbong site in an unknown bolero white in color, a team of Tairenpokpi police station under the overall supervision of Imphal West SP Dr. S. Ibomcha Singh rushed to the area yesterday around 10:50 p.m. And on the same day at around 11:05 p.m., one suspected Bolero, white in color, bearing registration number MN01A-G7110, coming from Ngairangbom side towards the IVR Kumong Bazaar, was chased and stopped near the community hall of Kumong Bazaar for checking. On checking and verification, the police team found presence of huge quantity of DIC liquor inside the vehicle and identified the driver as 30-year-old Ningthaujam Suresh Singh, son of late An Ingocha Singh of Tairinpokpi Awang Laikai, and co-occupants 32-year-old Ningthaujam Khomba Singh, son of N Awangjau Singh of Tairinpokpi Makha Laikai, and 30-year-old Ningthaujam Lorish Singh, son of late An Gopal Singh of Tairinpokpi Awang Laikai. The team seized 100 liters of DIC liquors in 100 plastic bottles containing in 10 plastic bag packets, 30 liters of DIC liquors in 60 half-liter plastic bottles containing in 3 plastic packets, 100 liters of DIC liquors in 5 polythene packets containing 20 liters each, and 75 liters of DIC liquors containing in 4 polythene packets. A grand total of 305 liters of DIC liquors were seized by the police team from the vehicle. The involved persons were thus apprehended along with the seized DIC liquors and the vehicle at the spot and have been brought to concerned police station for further legal formality and handling over to excise. BJP Bishnupur District Vice President and BJP intending candidate for the upcoming 2022 Assembly election, Sanjoy Ahantem, took up the suspension bridge construction work after the Chief Minister Nungthombam Biren undertook his plea for the construction of the bridge that was previously constructed by the locals with bamboo. Engineers for the said program came for the inspection of the bridge to record the measurements. Local youth leader Wahengbam Manglemba Singh said that the bridge connecting Sagulpad and Salan Konjin had been in a bad shape and the locals were facing problems regarding the issue leading to the death of one W. Nabachandra while crossing the bridge. He appreciated and Biren and social worker Sanjoy Ahantem, who accepted the proposal of the locals without any hesitation, and continued that the engineering team also inspected the wooden bridge along Kumbi, Thingel and Ithai Ahibam for construction of suspension bridge. Speaking on the occasion, Sanjoy Ahantem also appreciated and Biren in acknowledging his plea in the construction of the two bridges.
Engineer mayam kaubidaktana mafamsi sinbiraga thongse anova masana bidamukta process tohanbirare masigidamukta haninga leitana sakachari aduga thong asi amosoinasu mai lenabasinda khara taksin biraga laika mayam gi khanbiraga thongse mai pakna sanbekna habi hazausu thamjari.
Khetragaon Assembly constituency candidate Lamyanba Ipu has stated he will be joining a national political party in the upcoming 16th State Assembly in a meeting held today. Lamyanba Ipu said that he will decide upon which national party he will be joining after discussions and considering various other factors. He stated that this was the reason for the meeting. Election Committee senior member P. Romain also said that he will contemplate and join a party in the 2022 Assembly after exchanging views and bearing in mind several factors. He will also work for a successful outcome. He will be joining a national party in September after a final meeting, he added.
Political party adu karambal oigadage haiba khananabagidamak si asigumlaba mifam asi pangthoktana koi khananainajabani haiba September tha manungdadi sungsoi soidana koi asimba political party singda yaure sida khwai pumna manga koi mating pangbinanaba koi mating nibagi tanjadu koi pungjadu oslole ahanbo oina koina karamba political party de yauraga koi haiba masak thokpa candidate amu oina yam thenglaba ngamgadage haibagi matangda koi ngasi khananainabasi pangthokpani haiba wafumjima entana thamjage.
A voluntary blood donation was held today at Moray Police IB Conference Hall. The awareness program was organized in collaboration with State Blood Cell, National Health Mission and Technopole District Police. State Monitoring State Health Society and National Health Mission Manipur consultant A.K. Karnabir, Moray Police Additional SP Law and Order Sangboy Gangte, Voluntary Blood Donors Tawba Secretary Assistant Nabakumar as resource person were the main participants of the program. Moray Police Station 2nd OC J. Baite and other police personnel also took part in the program. Resource person talked on how blood donation is done and its usage during the awareness campaign. Singa Makhalaikai Welfare Club SMWC President MD Jalaluddin Shah today laid foundation stone for construction of Yaripok Singa office. Speaking on the occasion, President MD Jalaluddin expressed that the club was founded for a positive change with the motto for better tomorrow and appealed the people to support the club for a more developed locality. The local members of the club took part in the laying of the foundation stone. Now it's time for a short break. We'll be right back. Stay tuned.
Admission open. Uripok Lai Khurembi Laikai Kangsup Rota Laiba Council of Higher Secondary Education Manipur da affiliate Toba Competitive Success Academy gi session 2021-22 gi class 11 science ki admission hauzare. Manipur gi tongan ba school amadi college ki maming leraba oza singna takpi tambiga dauri bani. Special features da ason ba mahairoi sing nomaijing numit yauna suti numit singda extra class ta thagani. Biometric attendance system ga loinana audio visual class ta thagani. Nupi macha amadi nupa macha gi tongan ba hostel gi khudong chabasu thamzari. Position holder amadi meritorious students singi oiba special scholarship ka loinana mark wang na fangba mahairoi singi tongan ba khudong chaba kaya su thamzari. Covid pandemic na maram oiraga admission fee lupa lising ahumda amadi tuition fee na tha da lupa chatrukta hanthazari. Mode of selection, screening, counseling, mode of admission, online class will commence from 16 August 2021. Kupamarol gidamak ngasi maglangsin birao Competitive Success Academy Uripok Lai Khurembi Laikai Kangsup Road Imphal West.
Ichabu mahitam hanba haibasi mama mapa singna machada piba ngamba khwaidigi chabu khudoli. Slopland Public School, biggest and the finest residential school, Manipur gi oina lemjuningai oiraba, mahitam ama oiriba, khwaidigi junaraba mafamda semgatlaba, CBSE the affiliate toba higher secondary school oiri. Icha singbu admission tawidana mama mapa singna machada piba ngamba khwaidigi chabu khudol oibiu, ichagi phazabalam chat sajati ahombadu ubiu, Slopland Public School Khongjom.
Saraswati Charitable Trust, BSc Forensic Science, BE Cybercrime Security, Diploma in Pharmacy, BSc Medical Laboratory Technology, BSc Radio Imaging Technology, BSc Operation Theatre Technology, Diploma in MLT, RIT, ODT, Dialysis Tamnabagidamak, Manipuri Mapanda Chatrabasu Yaragani. Manipur University da affiliate Tauduna, Pharmacy Council of India Amadi, Ministry of HRD, New Delhi ne approved Tauraba, 100% job oriented Oiraba, Saraswati Charitable Trust Pangaida, course singasi English and Nikun Kunitho session the Tamnabagidamak admission Hogzare. Hen Akupamor Gidama contact Tobu, Saraswati Charitable Trust Pangai, Ikogi contact number 9856 575 163 Natraga 9402 233 554.
Welcome back. This is ELITETV English News. More news and updates. Rural Development and Panchayati Raj Minister Thongam Bishwajit Singh upholded Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav yesterday at the Mata Community Hall, Mata Village, Churachandpur, organized by Rural Engineering Department, MSRRDA at Zaumun to Shekin, MN 03170, Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana, PMGSY, Road in Churachandpur. Speaking on the occasion, Thongam Biswajit highlighted that the Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav is a festival highlighting the socio-cultural, political and economic strength of the country. He continued that the 75-week-long program starting from 12th March 2021 and will continue till 15 August 2023 was an intensive countrywide campaign focused on people's participation and initiative of the Government of India under the leadership of Prime Minister of India. The minister continued that Prime Minister Narendra Modi shared about his vision of building a new Atmanirbhar Bharat, and many developmental schemes have been taken up to realize the vision of a new self-reliant country. The seminar held at Mata Community Hall was also attended by Churachandpur AC MLA V. Hankanlian, Chief Engineer Rural Engineering Department Panti Singh Thaimei, Additional Chief Engineer Rural Engineering Department KH Rajan Singh, and department officials among others. Newly joined Trinamool Congress candidate Sushmita De felicitated at Silchar Airport by the masses with garlands and rows of vehicles till the Kashar Club. Susmita Dev appreciated the people for the grand felicitation and assured that the members joining the TMC party will be molded from the booth level without any conditions. Speaking on the occasion, Kashar District Trinamool Congress Committee General Secretary Dr. Maimum Shantikumar also assured that TMC will indulge the people at their best. Later, Sushmita Dev and Barak Valley TMC workers held a meeting to talk on the developmental projects to be undertaken by the party. The Federation of Indian Export Organization FIEO has said that the Taliban rebels have stopped all imports and exports from India through transit routes of Pakistan and after the recent takeover of Afghanistan. Director General of FIEO Ajay Sahai stated that after seizing control of Kabul, the Taliban have stopped the movement of cargo through the routes of Pakistan, thereby hampering and stopping exports and imports between the two nations. Sahai further added that India did a considerable investment of around $3 billion along with some 400 projects, some of which are still undergoing in the war-torn region. Taliban took over the regime in Afghanistan after 2 decades following the backing out of the United States troops from the region. Meanwhile, the United Nations Human Rights Council will hold a special session on Afghanistan on August 24 to address the serious human rights concerns following the takeover of the war-torn country. A total of 89 nations have supported the session and the delegation will likely discuss a wide range of issues over the Talibani control of Afghanistan. Staffs of Chote Baptist Churches Association CHBCA, Chote Baptist Churches Association pastors and CHBCA Theological felicitated Doctor of Divinity DD recipient from Chote Baptist Churches Association CHBCA Executive Secretary Reverend Dr. Ranum Kyang Klote. Doctor of Ministry D recipient from Lunghu Baptist Church Pastor Reverend Dr. Marim Shangling Chote, Doctor of Philosophy PhD recipient from Lunghu Baptist Church and a missionary in Siliguri Reverend Dr. Athem Kyang Chote, Bachelor of Divinity recipient from Chumbang Baptist Church Miss Yulhung Yulhoi Chote, Bachelor of Divinity recipient from Chumbang Baptist Church Miss Yulhung Esther Chote, Bachelor of Theology recipient from Kongkang Baptist Church Kyang Pyangam Chote. The felicitation event was held at Chandal District Chumbang Baptist Church, wherein Paihu Baptist Church Lesintiet Pastor K.H. Tomcha appreciated the pastors and the pastoress for their achievement and wished them a better future ahead. Later, mementos were handed over by the Chote Baptist Churches Association. Leininghu Baptist Church Pastor T.H. Lungwang Chote, Chumbang Baptist Church Pastor Thao John, Kongkang Baptist Church Pastor T.H. Damthau, Chote Baptist Churches Association President Y. Mohon Singh, Vice President Y. Biko, Finance Secretary Thao Hui Kung, Mission Secretary K.H. Thai Hong, Youth Secretary M.K. Dibendra Chote, Women Thao Thaisini and many others took part in the event. Governor of Manipur Dr. Najima Heptullah has unveiled a portrait of former Prime Minister of India, late Atal Bihari Vajpayee on July 19, 2021 at Raj Bhavan Darbar Hall, said a press release released by Governor's Secretariat Raj Bhavan Imphal yesterday. The release further stated that Governor Najima Heptullah reiterated the contributions made by late Atal Bihari Vajpayee for the upliftment and development of the people of India. Being a statesman, Atal Bihari Vajpayee was also recognized by the prominent leaders of the globe. His dedication for the people of the country will always be remembered by all, irrespective of caste, religion and creed. Governor Najima Heptullah appreciated the effort made by Aribam Joy Chandra Sharma, retired architect of PWD, to make the portrait of Atal Bihari Vajpayee in a very impressive design, the release added. Now it's time for a short break once again. We'll be right back. Stay tuned.
Admission open Kindergarten Montessori School Sagobal Takil Kolom Lekai Imphal West ki Class 11 Science Amadi Arts ki Academic Session 2021 ki admission hausare. School asi angang sing na mahai masing tambagidi yam na mapam saraba ingna chikna leraba school amani jahi khudingi afava satra satri kaya puthokpagi damak Asia Today na Best Public School with Academic Excellence in Manipur piduna ikai kumna kraba school amasuni satra sing na online class yawbada hena khudong chana bagi damak 60% and above set Satra Singda 4G tablet asi ahanba admission tauba Satra Chani Fawada Kudong Chaba Pizagani Masiga Iroinana Chatliva session 2021-22 asiki class nursery dagi class 9 Fawagi admission Taubi Hauduna Amadi Anoba admission Taubi Ningba Singsu 4G tablet Fawagi Kudong Chaba Pizagani Hena Akupa Marol Gidama Principal Kindergarten Montessori School Sagobal Takel Kolom Lekai Infal West Tanabiu Contact number 9366167165 Natraga 9366412934.
You are the future. School, a place where your future is carved. Exploring new ideas, spacious classrooms equipped with smart boards, well-stocked library, expression in art, educating young minds, even making stronger. This is where you start, cause it all begins with you. UNACO School, excellence in education.
Heritage Convent Higher Secondary School, nurturing talents for tomorrow. Admission open for Standard 11 Science. A fully digitized and Wi-Fi enabled campus, highly qualified and experienced faculty, state-of-art digital classroom, well-maintained book bay, well-equipped science laboratories, located in the heart of Imphal. Aura career launcher for NEET, JEE and Foundation. Hostel to be launched soon. Eligibility, Class 10 pass. Admission criteria, first come first serve basis and screening by the management. Also, we are providing introductory offers. Last date of admission 2nd September. Apply now. For more details, please visit our website www.heritageconvent.com.
Welcome back, ELITETV English News with more news and updates. New cancers have been reported in Arunachal Pradesh, Papumpar district and Aizawl in Mizoram according to a new report. The report published by the Indian Council of Medical Research ICMR and the National Centre for Disease Informatics and Research NCDIR said that there were 219.8 cases of cancer per 1 lakh women in Papumpar district, Aizawl. The capital of Mizoram has 29.4 cases per 1 lakh cases among men. Dr. Colin Jerong, Chief Investigator of the Population-Based Cancer Registry (PBCR) at Bakin Partin General Hospital in Pasighat, said Northeast India is the cancer capital of the country, which has the highest age-inclusive cancer incidence among newly diagnosed cancers. He said the ICMR, NCDIR, PBCR project in Bangalore is studying cancer trends under the National Cancer Registry Program (NCRP). He hopes that the cancer data published by the project will be used by the government in policy-making decisions related to cancer prevention, treatment and management. According to the report, the estimated number of cancer cases in the Northeast in 2020 was 50,311, of which 2,503 were men and 2,28,114 were women. The region had the highest number of esophageal cancers at 5,785 last year, it said. The report predicts that esophageal cancer will be most prevalent in the Northeast at least until 2025. The next most common type of cancer in the Northeast is breast and lung cancer, according to the report. Last year, the region had 67 breast cancers and 131 lung cancers. The ICMR NCDIR study further found that Papumpar recorded the highest age incidence rate AAR for cancers of the stomach, male, liver, both sexes, cervix, ovary and thyroid. Across the Northeast, esophageal cancer 1.6% is highest among men, followed by lung cancer 10% and stomach cancer 7%. In women, breast cancer is the leading cause of cancer 14.5%, followed by uterine fibroids 12.2% and gallbladder 7.1%. The United Nations has moved about 100 of its professionals from Afghanistan to Kazakhstan in view of the security and other constraints in Kabul, and they will return to the country as conditions permit, according to the spokesman of the UN chief. The Taliban took control of Afghanistan on Sunday. Their sudden victory, which comes as the US withdraws from the country following a 20-year war, has sparked chaos at Kabul's airport, from where America and allied nations are trying to safely evacuate thousands of citizens and allies. Stephanie Dujarric, spokesman for the Secretary General Antonio Guterres, told reporters on Wednesday that the group of about 100 UN personnel from across the system traveled from Kabul to Almaty, where they will continue their work remotely. He said the UN thanked the government of Kazakhstan for the offer to host a temporary remote office of the UN assistance mission in Afghanistan. A flight hijacking threat call was made to AIR India Kolkata Airport today. The said call was made by a person who claimed his name was Prashanta Bishwas and spoke in Bengali. Investigation is currently underway. Now, before we wind up for the day, let's have a quick look at the headlines once again. India logs 36,401 new COVID-19 cases, lowest in 149 days. Mad rush for admission breaking the COVID-related SOP. Thobalkuno village becomes the first village to be fully vaccinated. And Taliban stops import-export from India after takeover. Now that's all with the news and updates for the day. Thank you, stay safe and good night.